If you've been a viewer for a while, you might remember a little video I put out about 3 years ago about a New York legislator proposing adding social media background checks to the gun licensing process. Back then, a lot of folks said it would never happen because XYZ reason. Well, hate to break it to you, but it just happened. Hey there, Liberty fam, and welcome back to the channel. Today's video is brought to you with the help of my local champions of gun owners' budgets, Palmetto State Armory. To check out their daily deals and help the channel, use my link down in the description.
All right, let's go shopping.
This new rule out of New York has actually gotten a lot less attention than I thought it would. It's just the latest attempt out of blue states to try to skirt the Bruin May issue decision. California has decided to stand strong on their good moral character clause, New Jersey is basically doing the same, and New York, well, New York has decided to be New York.
It's really scary. Don't say I didn't warn you.
Immediately after the Bruin decision, New York Governor Kathy Hochul signed another set of gun control laws on top of the sweeping set that she signed only a couple weeks ago. But this new round is extra spicy. I've been seeing a lot of folks calling this a proposed rule, but the fact of the matter is that Kathy Hochul has already signed it into law. Those that do talk about it are focusing on the fact that she is basically declaring most public spaces to be gun-free zones by labeling them sensitive areas where guns aren't allowed. She's also requiring private properties and businesses to specifically list and post if concealed carry is allowed on premises, rather than if it's not allowed. But to me, the most egregious violation of the Second Amendment and people's privacy is the fact that she is now requiring people to fork over 3 years of all of their social media history in order to get a gun license.
Clear history, emails, delete.
This is how the state is now planning to determine good moral character. The bill was part of a special emergency session called by Hochul, and the final iteration of the bill passed the Senate in the middle of the night, which historically is something reserved for really bad bills, and this, well, fits the bill. The bill expanded the definition of good moral character, added a training requirement, now requires license applications to include the contact information of every adult in the household, and added the following section. The applicant shall meet in person with the licensing officer for an interview and shall, in addition to any other information or forms required by the license application, submit to the licensing officer the following information. 1. Names and contact information for the applicant's current spouse or domestic partner, any other adults residing in the applicant's home, including any adult children of the applicant, and whether or not there are minors residing, full-time or part-time, in the applicant's home. 2. Names and contact information of no less than 4 character references who can attest to the applicant's good moral character and that such applicant has not engaged in any acts or made any statements that suggest they are likely to engage in conduct that would result in harm to themselves or others. 3. Certification of completion of the training required in subdivision 19 of this section. And the real clincher. 4. A list of former and current social media accounts of the applicant from the past 3 years to confirm the information regarding the applicant's character and conduct as required in subparagraph 2 of this paragraph. Of course, the idea of good moral character is completely subjective, and it's easy to see how things like political views or posting memes could be used to deny a license. So not only is this against the Second Amendment and the Bruin decision, it also has a chilling effect on free speech and the right to privacy. And I know, there is the argument that if you put something on the internet, it's no longer private. But most people aren't putting things on the internet with the expectation that they're going to have to hand it over to the police in order to exercise their rights. This also begs the question of people with private Facebooks, for example. Are they going to have to friend a police officer to let them in or change their privacy settings so that can all be examined? The logistics aren't spelled out, but I'm sure they're going to be as awful as possible. Plus, who knows what matter of invasive craziness it'll bring down on people, as we've already seen people get investigated over memes or posting family photos of a day at the range. There's also the matter that the bill requires this information and the information of gun and ammo purchases to be put into a database, and we just saw what California did with their database. Spoiler alert, if you didn't see my video on it and you're a gun owner in California, everyone now knows where you live.
That's awesome!
This is just begging to be struck down by the courts, but of course that requires someone to bring it to the courts first. I'm sure one of the big gun groups is going to be on top of this, but cases like this tend to take a long time. So, like I've said before, if you are watching this video and live in New York, get out now. That is it for this video. Please like, share, and subscribe if you're new here. Drop a comment down below for the algorithm that rules us. And if you liked this video and want to help support the channel in other ways, I have Patreon, Subscribestar, and a tip jar down in the description. Also, apparently YouTube has awarded me with some new thing called Super Thanks that is supposed to be super. They even verified me recently. I don't know why they're suddenly being so nice. It's a little suspicious. Anyways, thanks for tuning in, and as always, stay safe and happy shooting.